They almost did to Washington what they did with like Caesar, where they like deify him. You know what I mean? With these like founding fathers.
but we had come up with American Christianity by then. We didn't play that shit. We go, brother, it's God and Jesus and sort of the Holy Ghost.
Sort of.
But that's one God still. I don't want to hear about your fucking 20 gods bullshit.
We don't deal with that at all.
I think we said it last time, but it does never cease to be funny to me, like how hardcore it's like, there's only one God. It's kind of three, but one, like,
yeah, but there's one.
That be your thing that you're so hard up on, but then immediately you're like, well, it's kind of three, but it's not.
Jesus is also God.
It's not like one divided into three. It's like three that is one. It's like, you are rambling.
You guys are a mess.
Yeah.
You guys are a mess. You don't think this is bullshit with how much you just had to explain that?
They have that one little design thing. And other than that, it's like, don't even bother trying to explain it. Where it's like, is not.
The old way to explain it was the three-faced Jesus.
This is just the living tribunal.
Then they had to get rid of that. Because I guess it was freaking people out. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Ooh.
Ooh, the spooks are
out. The Jews are taking over. Their plans are coming to an end. We really need to come up with a word, because it's not Khazars, it's not Ashkenazi.
The BJs.
Yes.
The bad Jews. King Solomon. It's exciting. You get in some good stuff?
Kinda. I did one night of research because I worked this bullshit.
A gay job.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
It's 11 hours. I'm gone. I get paid for 8.
Yeah, that's dumb. You should get reimbursed by your hours. I do my research. I try to do my research on lunch, and then I go back and talk to people.
Well, I have no fucking internet here in that place, and then half the websites are blocked.
Yeah,
so I can.
It's a hotspot.
I can listen. My phone literally burns up. It feels physically hot.
That's why I need a new phone.
I agree.
Yeah,
I need money.
Mm.
It's all cyclical.
It's an endless cycle.
All I can read at work is the Wikipedias of things. I can't branch off.
Yeah.
I can't go download the PDFs it's referencing and look up what it actually says.
And now they're cutting your Snap. You're not going to be able to pay for anything.
I have been off of Snap the entire time I've been working.
I was talking to I was talking to the buddy at work, and he goes, what if they're cutting off the Snap to thin out like America?
That's not what it is.
So that we can all get shipped off to war.
It's not what it is. Because
Americans are fat.
They'll just lower the standards. They don't need us to win. The win is decided behind closed doors.
You got thinner, fitter people. That's more beneficial than some hog.
Yeah, but you don't need. They'll just lower the standards like they do with everything else. No, the reason they take fucking Snap and shit away is because people. It's them setting things up for riots. People are going to start going to Walmart and fucking freaking. It's just going to be more race fucking.
Yeah, it's to
divisive.
It's to usher in a surveillance state.
For not smoking as much as I used to, I really
don't get as high as you should.
Yeah, like there should be a better payoff.
Yeah. Well, no, we're fucked. I think we're just used to the weed high. You know what I mean? Like, it's not new. Like weed's not going to hit us with anything that's going to be like, whoa, I fucking feel weird. It's like, no, we
part
felt
of that
as
is
weird as we could.
Dispensary weed, though. So we start growing our own shit. I'm interested to see how it hits.
I mean, we've had homegrown, though. Like, I've had KG's hash, and it's...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good high. It's different, but...
It would just be nice to, like, have weed that... Because that's the point of the dispensary, is you're supposed to be able to go and get shit that puts you to sleep or keeps you up or yada yada. But all that shit is the same fucking hybrid shit that they have crossed into oblivion, so nothing has, like, real characteristics. And I hate talking about weed faggily, but...
No, you're right. Well, but this is the one thing we're able to talk about. You know what I mean?
No, I have a couple things. I'm retarded in 90%.
No, but like this is something we're actually qualified to talk about. Like
you have tools and stuff. I have comic books.
Yeah, like we've seen the manifest.
I had comic books.
We've seen the manifest. We know what the strains are.
I got a hard dick dropping that on people.
We know it's all the same shit. These people come in here and they're like, I had some dude today, not to be a tangent, but like I had some dude today that was coming in and he was like, I'm looking for a black Afghan, can't find it anywhere. It's the only thing that works for me. I go, what's it do that like works for you? He's like, it just relaxes me. I go, all right. I go, did you try like brownie scout, animal food? He goes, I tried all they don't work. They don't work for me. I'm like, brother, it's
usually girls that do that.
It is usually. And I'm like, this is amazing to me that this particular strain is the only thing that fucking helps. Like,
well, you have to wonder, like, what type of mentally fucked up you are. Like, what is that? Because I've seen that enough times to be like, that has to be a thing where...
That's the same person who, like...
It's like a specific...
When I sit down, I smoke weed, it's a ritual.
It's like a specific strand of hypochondriac.
Yeah, exactly. I need this, and this is the only thing that works for me.
Yeah.
You're too in your fucking head. It's like, no, you probably got to stop smoking weed.
I wonder if it's like that mixed with the type of people that all want to have, like, something so then they're a victim. Maybe it's like... This is their version of like, I'm a victim and I'm justifying my weed use. Like, this is the only thing that works. It's not like the dudes that would come in just straight up like, I've been on painkillers for 40 years and fucking my stomach's fucked.
Bro, this guy, he'd tell me how he can only smoke indica and all this other. He leaves with a hybrid.
Well, that's the thing. All these people want to
sativa if you're trying to get fucking.
I'd like to stay awake.
Right in between the eyes.
They act like they need these specific things, and it's like, but all you did was like smoke a couple strands of weed from the same store. Like, you didn't research shit. My dumbass, when I started working here, bought a book about the endocannabinoid system. Like, if this is all that can solve your health crisis, wouldn't you think you'd understand it on a better level? Because especially on something that a doctor isn't capable of explaining usually. Yeah.
And honestly, it's not fixing anything.
But you'd learn that.
It does help.
That's what I'm saying. It demonstrates your ignorance. Where it's like, bro, if you would like get into this, you'd realize it's not fucking cured. Like,
no, and it does help. Like, it does help.
Obviously,
kids and shit. Like, for sure.
Weed has medical properties, but people act like it's a fucking cure-all, which it is on a low level in the short term.
Yeah,
but it's not. Like, that's what I always try to tell people, because that every fucking family party, everyone's always like, so what are these edibles about? Like it's always like, cause I need help going to sleep, and I'm like, they'll help you go to sleep, and then in a few months, you'll need a new thing to help you fall asleep. Like, how are you 50 years old and you don't know how things work? Like, you know how you drink coffee, and you know how you drink more now than you used to feel the same? Weed will work. Remember how beer does that, and every other fucking thing you do does that? Yeah. Weed's like that too. Yeah. I don't know why you would think like,
you're looking for the strong.
What's the deal with these edibles?
What's this other thing I can get hooked on?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's weird when people say addictive personality, because it's like, well, one, like, everything's fucking geared to be addictive, but also like some people, like my mom would probably say I have an addictive personality with stuff, but then I'm also like, but I know like not to drink coffee, because then if I like it, like, what's the point? I just have to drink coffee every day now. That's not like addictive personality.
I mean, maybe.
Or maybe that's just knowing that I lean that way. I don't know. It sounds like some gay shit whenever I hear people say it.
Caffeine's good.
But that's what I mean. Like, I wonder where the line is between like using something as a tool versus just being like fiendish with it.
Yeah. Well, that's
you see me with beans.
That's how I'm trying to rewire my mind to start doing with these things. Is that like, why would you drink an energy drink every day? Why would you do like have one when you got to get a fucking boost in the morning? You're like, wow, this shit hit. That's why I don't take my full Adderall, because I know what that shit does. Like, you get used to it, you're fucking on it all the time, and then when you're off of it, you're fucked. So it's like,
I could see how that would be bad for.
So people. Then you take half the pill. You only do them on your days you work. You take your days off.
I'm glad I took that. I was like able to empathize better with people when they say that.
Yeah, but it's good. It works good.
It's really good.
It's good for like work shit. Like if you're at home trying to get shit done,
you don't want to like hang out like that. No,
you can't. No.
But like to lock in,
unless you're trying to like lock in. Like if we railed some Adderall and fucking started writing some
Pitching a
shit.
business.
I would really love that. Yeah, no, that'd be a lot of fun. Me and my buddy Neil used to do that. We used to crush up Adderall on the table saw, and we would fucking.
all right, we're gonna sell weed. We're gonna grow it in the Home Depot, and then when people come in, we're gonna use the Mexicans as mules.
Bro, me and my buddy Neil. I don't know. I think I probably told the story early on, but me and my buddy Neil, we both got fired from Home Depot, and I would go to his house, and he had like 5 kids and a wife and all this other crazy shit, and we would like build shit in his garage for his house. He had like this big list of shit he had to do, and we were in like their bedroom, and he had this little ass closet, and he goes, "What if we busted the wall out in the closet and we do a built-in, dresser system, and we'll fucking do that, dude." And we're ripping Adderall. I mean, just railing Adderall. We're smoking weed. And we start building this thing, and it took like 2 days, and everything was fucked. Like shit, every drawer was a different size, everything, and all it gained was like this much room. It did nothing. His wife was pissed, and just we're Adderalled the fuck out, being like, "Oh, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea."
What 2 inches means nothing to you,
dude? Break that shit down. Let's do it.
Put your fucking heel through it.
Yeah, his wife was snorting Percocet, so she couldn't say anything. But
whenever I'm like the strong guy, it's
good.
Not good. Whenever I'm like the handiest guy, not good.
Mm-mm.
Like other than my boss, I was the only guy who could drive the truck or get on a ladder. Everyone else is a lady or a gay guy.
That's tough.
So I'm like by default, just like, oh, he's so strong. I'm like, I'm literally like struggling with these boxes. Like, I'm not strong. I promise you I'm not.
Yeah. He's so strong. No, my shoulders hurt really bad.
Oh, yeah. Every part of my back hurts. Like, my legs the second day were terrible.
Do you tell these people you're in pain?
No, because
I don't know any weakness.
They're ladies. We're going to.
Yeah. What, am I going to get a blowjob?
Guys, it's at least like trading war stories. You talk to one guy's like, "Oh yeah, fell off a tractor." Everyone's like, "Oh, skateboarding accident." Like everyone has their.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. I got Crohn's, I guess.
You throw that out there now.
This is what I guess I have now.
I'll say how we've been.
I've been really throwing that out there a lot. So someone said something about diarrhea at work, and I go, I have no idea why. And I was like, diarrhea. I go, hey, when you have Crohn's disease, you'll come to learn that that's a normal thing.
The old lady I work with walks back up to the group of us, and she goes, "Oh, I just threw up. I feel so much better." And we're all like, "You just threw up?" Because she was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah."
The Jewish lady?
Italian, but yes. But it was just and she's like,
I just threw up, and I feel the best I've ever felt ever.
Yeah, like, obviously I feel better after throwing up, like, not as sick, but she was like, "Yeah, I ate too much."
It's disgusting.
Oh, my God. And then the little shit that I work with, she showed up to work and, just is talking about nothing to people while not working. And then she said something, she was like, "Oh," and someone asked her what was up, and she's like, "Oh, I just felt nauseous." And my boss was like, "Yeah, you should probably go home." And she's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you should probably go."
Not deal with that. My dad used to work with some fat guy, and he used to talk about how he used to go to Old Country Buffet, and he'd be there all day. And he would be there all day, and he'd eat like 3 plates, and then he would go to the bathroom, and he would take a big shit, and then he would come back out, and he would make room so he'd be able to eat more.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
If I'm thinking of the right place, I believe I've been to an Old Country Buffet, and it was very good. Me and Thomas went there when we were boys.
Yeah, they were fun. When you're a kid,
it was some of the best steak I ever had. I don't know what to tell you. It was in Massachusetts.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was.
Oh, it was, but that wasn't the best. That's disgusting.
I've had steak at Uncle Jack's. I've had like filet mignon and like.
What's Uncle Jack's?
It's in New York. Not the one in the city, the one in Queens, but
Is that a nice place?
Yeah, it's like a high-end steak. I'm just saying I've had like good steak. My dad one time did
I had good steak, an Old Country Buffet, best steak.
This is like this is like a weird story that I used to think was like, oh well, this was like a cool thing my dad did, and then so I'll tell you it to you how I thought about it as it was cool.
He is cool.
My dad and his buddy, who's my mom's friend's husband, that's how they know each other, is through that. And my mom and her friend know each other through me and a kid I went to school with. So that guy is a worse gambling addict than my dad. He's
Your
like
mom's friend?
Husband, yeah.
Okay.
He's a stockbroker type dude.
That's a good combo.
And he's literally the guy, like, he would bet on, like, Scandinavian hockey, like, in the off seasons of other sports. He'd, like, find weird things to bet on. And this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Before, like, that was a thing you could easily do. Remember when the Verizon had the phone that was
That's
a TV?
not weird to people now.
But back in the day,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
you know, remember when the TV phone first came out that you had an antenna on, the Verizon?
That was cool.
He had that to watch sports.
That was cool. I
Uh,
remember the portable handheld TV.
he had the first iPhone, like anything he could do to keep up with gambling,
Times.
bro. So him and my dad were like, you know, they would like feed off of each other. So, and you know, they would get like coked up
I was
together.
gonna say, did he do coke?
Yeah, they would, you know, again,
Sick.
at the time, I'm like,
We
this
should
is so fun.
Yeah.
So,
We should do a little coke.
no, I'll do some beans. A dangerous
That'd
amount.
be good.
My mom and her friend and the daughter, they had two daughters. They had like a girl thing, like a concert or something. And instead of me just staying at home or going to a friend's house, for whatever reason, I don't know, and maybe in hindsight it was some type of coked up thing, but my dad and him decided they were going to watch Rocky. And they were like, "You've never seen Rocky? You got to see Rocky." Yeah, the first one. And then as my mom and her friend leave, they go, "You know what we should do? We should get Uncle Jack's." Now, we have no money. My dad hasn't worked in like 2 years. I don't realize how like much
What's
stuff
Uncle
costs.
Jack's?
Like the most expensive steak you could get in a fucking 30 minutes from my house.
Okay.
Like, unless you went to like Manhattan.
Yeah. The city.
Proper, yeah. So we do that, and we're watching Rocky, eating fucking steak. And at the time, I'm like, this is cool. And then later on, my mom informs me how like we had no money, and him doing that is like so disrespectful. I'm like, right. And then
But Rocky and Steaks is fun.
and thinking about like, yeah, they were probably like buzzed up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they did like leave at certain points, and like I just.
That's still a fun night, though. That's nice.
I mean, watching Rocky was cool, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I just remember my dad
steaks,
explaining
Coke.
That he was breaking, like, remember, you know how he hits Apollo and it's like, oh, it's like hidden the things in the cows in the freezer. My dad had to, like, turn to me and was, like, explaining it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm watching the movie.
That's funny. Yeah, he hits the steak. He thinks it's a guy.
He's like, he was like, remember,
he's retarded. He thinks that's
he's
a
like,
man.
remember the steaks? I'm like, yeah, like
we're eating steak, and he's hitting it. This is how they tenderize him at Uncle Frank's.
Uncle Jack's.
Uncle
and then
Jack's.
He took me there because he worked there. He took me and Thomas there once.
It's like a Morton Steakhouse.
No.
Or a Gibson's.
It'd be nicer than that.
I don't know about that, but maybe.
I do.
Maybe. Or
There's
Sullivan's
3 of
in
them.
Naperville. That's high end. And I have a $100 gift card if you're trying to go. It's tattered.
I think they had their own TV show at one point.
I hate those restaurants. I fucking hate those things.
I'm not telling you should like it.
I know.
The guy was a dickhead from what my dad said,
Really?
which imagine my dad calling someone else a dick.
Yeah. Ain't that the pot calling the
Yeah.
kettle black? No, I hate those fancy restaurants. It's not good.
Oh, you know me. I don't want to go eat out at all.
No.
But
I don't make eat out. But
it
yeah.
was very nice food.
This episode's going to be about King Solomon, as we've been talking about. Before we talk about Solomon, we got to talk about King David.
The man who killed Goliath.
Yeah, which is fucked up. We're not even going to talk about that.
No.
I'm just going to talk about how he met how he met Solomon's mom. Did you hear about that at all?
No,
Okay.
I don't think.
Born to King Solomon and Bathsheba. Bathsheba was married to Uriah. Uriah the Hittite, who was serving under David's army, right? So he's like a general under David's army. So while this dude's on a campaign, David saw Bathsheba bathing in private, and he lusts over her, it says. He orders her to be brought to him, and he impregnates her, rapes this chick, right?
Oh, I wasn't laughing at that part. You hadn't said it yet. I was already laughing. But isn't that crazy? If you said that to a girl now, you hit her with lust.
I lust over her. I'm lusting
crazy.
over you. Oh, you're so beautiful. I'm filled with lust.
No, just to hit it casually, like, I'm really lusting over you. Just try to work it in.
That would be good. Trying to cover up. He's panicked now, King David. He's panicked because he's got this girl pregnant. He's trying to cover up. He calls Uriah back, hoping that he would sleep with his wife after the long battle. Him being a disciplined soldier does not. Probably riddled with PTSD. David then sends him back to war, and he orders his soldiers to abandon him in the middle of the battle, and the dude just dies. This is interesting. Based on the biblical account, Uriah was a Hittite, and they were the ethnic majority of Israel at the time, who lived in the region, the land of Canaan.
Oh, we should let them rule the world.
Well, listen to this. Since before the time of Abraham, the Hebrews, upon their entry into Canaan, had been commanded, Deuteronomy 20, 16 to 17, to kill anything that breathes in the cities and nations the Lord your God is giving you as inheritance. With this explanation, otherwise they'll teach you to follow. They'll do detestable things to worship their gods. Is this why he's justified killing him?
Well, the Talmud probably
punished later
takes
by
that and says some crazy shit with it.
Oh, 100%.
That's the bad one.
Yeah. After his death, David takes Bathsheba as his 8th wife. God's pissed. Riddles their firstborn with...
Is King David still?
This is still King David.
Yeah, why do they have so many wives if they're so revered by God? Isn't that bad?
Yeah, I don't get it. It is his 8th wife, but King Solomon had 300 wives or some shit.
300 wives, 600 concubines.
Some crazy shit.
Which is just a sex slave.
Yeah. Or no, that's someone who's not of your faith, right? He only marries people or no. No, he doesn't. No, you're right.
I think a concubine's just a fuck person.
Really? That's interesting.
Might not be, it could be good or bad, or
yeah,
easy or hard, I should say. It's probably not really, it's bad both times.
Yeah, well, it's always hard with the concubine.
Well, these guys get pretty old.
God's pissed. He strikes down their firstborn. Strikes him down.
Classic.
And he sends a prophet named Nathan who tells him
old school.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
he riddles him with cancer. He dies of slow. He's praying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't strike him down. He gives him cancer.
He gives him a disease, and he slowly dies. And David's begging for him to. I'm sorry.
That seems way more made up.
I'm sorry.
That seems like a guy dying of a disease, and then they say God killed him.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this shit a lot of this story, as we read this shit, I'm this is all fuck. This is bullshit.
What was that one guy that came on the ground? Didn't he get killed by the sky?
No, I think they struck his wife down or some shit.
He didn't get killed by. I thought he got hit by lightning or something. I thought he got godly executed.
No, I think you're right. He did die. Yeah, because that's when God was just sniping people.
That's what I said by old school. Yeah. But
no, he strikes the kid down.
Maybe
he then sends a prophet named Nathan who tells him someone close to him will take all of David's wives and sleep with them in public for all to see. And then Solomon is born. Nathan's prophecy then comes to pass years later. One of David's sons leads an insurrection that plunged the kingdom into a civil war to manifest his claim as new king. He then had sex with all of his father's 10 wives and concubines. We then get to Solomon's reign in 970 to 931 BC. So we get... there's a whole thing about his I didn't put it in there, but his rise to power. He pardons the dude that led the insurrection, his brother, He pardons him, and he's like, all right, you're cool. Don't worry about it. He then tries to marry one of David's wives that he slept with, because he's probably just like, oh, fuck this chick. She was pretty good, pretty tight.
This is the best one.
Pretty tight. I'm going to take her. Takes that as like a way for him to try to be king again. Like he's trying to get back in the circle. Executes him. Puts his ass down. Seals his way to the throne. He's going up there. Early in his reign, Solomon traveled to Gibeon, Gibeon, the most important worship site. After offering 1,000 burnt offerings, God appeared to Solomon in a dream.
It's for sure a B.
Gibeon.
It's not Gideon, it's Gibeon.
I thought so.
All right.
I could be wrong. Maybe look it up. Look up Gibeon.
Sign myself up for homework.
Look it up, Jamie. Yeah, you're like the kid who raises his hand and go, "Are we not? Is the homework not due today, or what?" After offering 1,000 burnt offerings, God appeared to Solomon in a dream and offered anything he desired. Rather than requesting wealth or a long life or military victory, Solomon humbly asked for wisdom to govern God's people justly. This selfless request pleased the Lord immensely, and he granted Solomon not only unparalleled wisdom, but also riches, honor, and a long life that he did not ask for. God's response: "Behold, I have done what you ask. I have given you a wise and discerning heart, so that there has never been anyone like you before, no, nor will there ever be." 1 Kings 3:12. Solomon's wisdom becomes legendary. And here's a beautiful story of just him demonstrating his wisdom. 2 women come claiming to be the mother of the same infant. They came before him.
Yes.
Solomon ordered the baby to be cut in half, with each woman receiving 1/2 of the infant. The true mother immediately begged Solomon to give the child to the other woman rather than kill him, revealing the other is the imposter.
See, I'd be like a genius back then if that's considered wise.
Cut him in half.
Because everyone gets mad at me now for the side stuff, but I'm like, no, why are you booing me? I'm right.
Yeah.
Back then, you could just be right, and they were like, holy shit, this guy thinks good as hell. That's right up my alley. Be like, yeah, cut the baby in half, pussy.
Cut him in half.
It's crazy that both of them weren't like, well, don't do that. One of them was like, okay.
Hey,
like,
fine,
I
I'll
guess
take half a kid.
Yeah.
Then we both can't have it. That's fine.
I don't know.
Solomon composed 3,000 proverbs, and over 1,000 songs. He possessed extensive knowledge of natural sciences, plants, and animals. His wisdom surpassed all the sages of the East and Egypt. The birds, language of the birds.
Augury.
Solomon is traditionally credited as the author of the biblical books Proverbs. I don't even know how to say this. ECCL.
Ecclesiastes.
And the Song of Songs.
Yes. And the Song of Songs, Mark. A book of erotic poems that some people think are between man and woman, while others think is between God and Israel.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Or God and the church.
We then get into the golden age. Solomon strikes a golden age in Solomon's land.
And it's a bit of a contradiction because it's a golden age, yet he himself is Jewish.
Which is interesting.
Which is usually only happening when they leave.
When they're expelled.
Yeah. They're told
when they're put on Columbus's ships and sailed away.
If you want to get into it.
That was good. His father David wanted to build a temple, a permanent house for the Ark of the Covenant, which contained the 10 Commandments, but God forbid him. You will not build a house for my name, for you are a man of battle and have shed blood. The sacred test fell on Solomon instead, and the project began in his 4th year of his reign around 966 BC.
You know he heard about that from a bird?
What? To build the temple?
No. Well, maybe, probably. But the Ark of the Covenant thing. There's an Ethiopian version of the story that says Solomon and the Queen of Sheba had a kid.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that.
Oh, okay. To be given a replica of the Ark of the Covenant by King Solomon.
Oh.
but it was switched with the real one, and that's why Ethiopia thinks they have the real ark.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Okay, but he found that was from a bird.
What, the ark?
No, that he was supposed to do. He was supposed to have learned about the land of Sheba from a bird, and then that's how when he has sex with the queen. But that sounds like Caesar and Cleopatra again.
Oh yeah, a little bit. A lot of this is, and then Solomon, the Queen of Sheba, and their kid is also Nimrod and his wife.
Isn't it crazy how
Nimrod,
some things stick around from the Bible?
Like what?
People say Queen of Sheba.
Yeah, I never knew what it was.
I thought it was like a movie.
I didn't know what it was until Monday.
I thought it was like a old thing. Yeah.
I thought it was just some like crazy like no, it's just like that was the
Queen of Sheba.
That's the head bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get some other crazy shit about Ethiopia. We're almost yeah. No, this is Ethiopia's fucked, and I think I understand why this war is going on. It's a whole big misunderstanding. The project began in its 4th year. It took 7 years to complete. The main temple measured 90 feet long, 30 feet wide, 45 feet high. Its highest peak reached approximately 207 feet. Solomon used the finest materials, local limestone quarries from underneath the temple site, cedar and cypress from Lebanon, supplied by his ally King Hiram of Tyre, which we've talked about in the Phoenician episode.
And his father had worked with that guy too. It's like a long-standing tradition. Mm-hmm. That's crazy how they say the Solomon's temple was like the colors of the planets.
His whole way of thinking is like, you want to build the perfect temple because the perfect temple will mirror the heavens. And that's what like the Masons and all, like the Rosicrucians and all that, they say, they switch it around. They say, you're not trying to build a temple, that you're the temple. And you have to building the perfect temple is building the perfect you.
The Egyptians built the temple of man. It's never been more clear in my fucking life. Thank you, John.
This is interesting. King Hiram of Tyre. This is where King Solomon was first introduced to the Babylonian temple system. And like King David and King Solomon. This is probably where they got the idea of the temple. Because this is where because Tyre, that's where they're connected to Baalbek. And they're connected to all these old like elite system that we're tracking.
Well, Solomon itself is possibly derived from the Canaanite god Shalim, the word itself.
Solomon?
Yeah. You know there's a chance Solomon means compensation, which is the root word of sin, because money's bad. But then in Hebrew and Greek, it means peace. How the language is warped over
we're gonna
time.
Have to do a Hellenism video. But like we were saying, the Hiram of Tyre, King Hiram the Great, this is where...
Is that where that word comes from?
Hiram?
Because they have...
I don't know if his name's Hiram.
Got 1,000
Hiram. Is that how you say his name?
I guess it's a letter off, but still. I got like 1,900 people he's fucking. Which is pretty sweet.
But this is where they're introduced to like that Babylonian temple system. And it got me thinking how they say this whole idea of this system is to build the perfect temple because it mirrors the universe, it mirrors the cosmos. Which got me thinking, remember when we were talking about why would they make the churches so beautiful? Everything's so perfect and everything. It's like if there's only one, like if the temple's perfect, well then this must be the God because the building is so perfect. Like this must be like if this is the true temple, then this must be the true God. Like if this temple looks so, like if everything's lined up and everything is so perfect, it's like wow, like your God must be real.
I wonder
and you built this crazy thing on the holy site.
Well, that helps a lot.
Yeah,
well, that's like that one branch. Who was it? The Samaritans who were like, "Nah, it's the mountain, bro. Mm-hmm. Why are you pumped on this temple?" Like,
and it seems like a lot of people during this time were doing that too.
I feel like you should be allowed to be pumped on a temple still, though.
Because before this system,
that's what I don't get.
Yeah,
it is because it's cool. You still go worship at the mountain, but you could be like, it's temple 6 still.
Yeah, because before this system, the Israelite religion was like the Yahweh, that they're worshiping Yahweh, and a lot of it was all the knowledge was out in the open. It was a lot of like oral tradition, but like a lot of it was out in the open. I mean, you didn't have like
Native American.
There was a lot of continuity errors probably because everybody's kind of telling their own version of it. But there's no hiding. There's no money. There's none of that shit. You're just worshiping God. You're just doing the fucking thing. And then this system comes along. They build this big ass temple, and they go, "Look how beautiful this temple is. Look at our God. Look at all this." Now they're collecting money. They collect this. They're running the government. There's one religion
they're introducing furry porn,
and it doesn't make sense. You're corrupting the minds of
you're going, I don't even like that, but then you keep seeing it and you're like, well, I'll watch one video.
And it's not bad. Yeah. I'll watch one. And we'll see where that goes. This is interesting. All the stones were dressed at the quarry, so there were no hammers or chiseled or iron tools heard at the construction site. Can you understand the fucking logistics of that? Of, hey, and maybe all the stones are the same size, but like, hey, I need the stone. This is going to be a corner piece. You got to cut around this corner. Can you tell Ishmael 400 miles that way to fucking figure that out at the quarry? And you send a dude on a horse, and he rides over there, and he goes, hey, here's the dimensions of the next block I need.
They got those scoop marks.
Yeah, dude, it's they softened it. It's not. Makes you wonder if it's a concrete.
Well, that's what they say, like the mud flood was. Remember, we read that. It's like, it's not like mud flooded. It's like they turn the ground liquid.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that to a rock on a smaller.
Well, if you have
not as liquid.
Well, if you have access to frequencies, into resonant frequencies, you could turn that rock into whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Spray enough pesticides, they'll probably fuck another guy rock.
Yeah, well, probably. The innermost sanctuary, the holy of holies, was overlaid in gold and designed to hold the Ark of the Covenant. The temple, when the temple was completed, Solomon inaugurated it with an extraordinary prayer and sacrifice. Solomon sacrificed 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep to dedicate the temple. It was so much they had to go out into the courtyard because there was so many fucking dead shit.
And you can't eat an offering.
I don't think so.
It's crazy.
Because it's an offering to God. God appeared to Solomon and made a covenant with Solomon. If Solomon followed God's path, the kingdom would endure forever, and Solomon's descendants on the throne. But if he strayed, the temple would be destroyed. Right? So he makes a covenant, like always, like God always does. I see you have
the guy who's not even listening to the rules, though.
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make any sense to me.
And then I see you have this on there. Solomon's reign was I love this word, was the zenith of Israel's power, the peak of Israel's power and wealth. He received 666 talents of gold annually, approximately 25,000 tons, $1.3 billion a year in today's revenue from merchants, traders, vessel kingdoms.
Mark, why would it be 666?
I looked that up. You know what it is? And it's a bullshit reason. They say 666 wasn't associated with the devil yet at this time, apparently. So it's not.
Yeah, but if it's associated with money, and then money is evil.
Ancient writers apparently liked numerically neat totals. So 666 was a symbol of abundance, not evil. Is apparently what it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying if abundance like money is evil.
Well, yeah, I'm with you. I agree. It's fucked.
So even in their own excuse, it's still there.
Yeah. And there was another thing, the Jews broke it down in numerology and shit added up. I didn't want to get into it. Like I said, we're not getting it. Numerology go fuck itself.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Then we get into Queen of Sheba. Sheba, which was Yemen, apparently, which I think they just got bombed by Israel. Yemen and parts of Ethiopia called Aksum. Love that name. It's set on the spice, gold, and incense trade routes connecting East Africa, Arabia, and the Red Sea ports.
Right?
Yeah, Ethiopia. Yeah. Basically, the global trade crossroads of the Bronze Era. The Queen of Sheba, Makeda, and Ethiopian sources apparently, Makeda, visited Jerusalem around the 10th century BC, drawn by reports of Solomon's wisdom and wealth. The Book of Kings said she brought caravans of gold, incense, and gems. Classic Phoenician luxury trade. Her visit likely
Tyre connection. Tyre.
Yeah.
Phoenicia.
Yeah.
Purple.
Exactly. And the
Where are they getting the purple?
or she just knows that he likes that. Her visit likely represented a diplomatic and trade alliance, possibly a marriage or treaty linking Israel's northern network, Tyre, Sidon, Damascus, to the southern one, Put, Egypt, Saba. And this is apparently the merging of the two schools of North. This is a big fucking deal, apparently. And I keep trying to wrap my head around this, and I can't really do it. So I'm gonna try to explain it the best. But this is like the merging of the schools of like North and South, the marriage of wisdom and wealth, light and earth. Solomon represents like symbolically like masculine, solar. She's more feminine, lunar, fertility, intuition, material abundance. That's her. Wisdom, architecture, intelligence. That's Solomon. He has the celestial keys and she has the earthly keys. So it's like she holds the ideas of like, yeah. Well, she holds the ideas of like alchemy and like mining and like metallurgy and all that shit. And Solomon has like sacred geometry.
Metallurgy is on her side. On the feminine side.
Yeah, well, she's from like Ethiopia, like the earth. Anything that comes from the earth apparently is like what she's like that's her like school of thought or whatever. And then Solomon is the more like heavenly sciences and like sacred geometry, numbers, music, astronomy. Keeper of the knowledge is Hiram, master builder. Their meeting becomes an alchemical union of the two halves of the hidden knowledge.
Trying to talk to a girl and like, yeah, love's kind of like alchemy. What? Like, yeah, just like two things don't even belong together, but they get together anyway. Like, someone come get this guy.
This guy's fucking bombing out here.
Yeah.
I've been listening to this guy at the bar for like an hour, and it's rough, man. As above, so below.
That's day one.
What's alchemy. What's the thing in the Lord's Prayer? If I can't remember.
On earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is in heaven.
The above waters, the below waters.
Queen of Sheba, her core idea is as in earth, so in spirit. Life cycles themselves are a temple. Knowing this gives you power over vitality, healing, and attraction.
Hell, the birds represent the gods.
You and these fucking birds.
Bro.
Is there something to it? Did you get into that?
Bro, I believe that shit, but then I read this and I'm like, Solomon's probably not even a real guy.
I don't even know about this.
But the birds, I'm like, bro.
There's something to it. I love the things that you fucking attract to in this stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I get pumped on it.
That's
what I mean. Like, we read the New Militia, I'm like, okay, the dragon Tiamat. Sure. Yeah. But even that doesn't really say dragon sometimes. I guess in other sources it kind of does. But yeah, I believe that shit in spirit at least versus this where it's like, what is this? Propaganda? That's what Charlemagne felt like. Because that one they even say.
Out of this symbolic marriage came a new synthesis, a religion that could speak to both the intellect, law and order, and architecture, and the senses, ritual, beauty, and fertility. This marriage is where Kabbalah, Hermeticism, Hermes Trismegistus, all that shit comes from this, apparently. This union of these two schools of thoughts. Some of the symbols you'll see, the seal, the Star of Solomon. You ever see that? It's a Star of David, but it just has like the dots all around it. It's like it's in the box. It's a thing that Baalbek.
This is why I wonder if he's fake, because they attribute both the pentagram and the hexagram to him. So I feel like if you were a guy, you'd have a fucking symbol. It wouldn't be like, oh, either one.
Yeah. If you're the King of Kings.
I wonder if people also were maybe just like different stories because maybe different stars did like different spells or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So maybe they were like, oh no, his seal was a pentagram because I was trapped versus a hexagram where it's like, oh, I got to give up my money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the shit I was getting into a little. Did you get into see the knot?
No, I heard you talking about that. I didn't even touch it.
All this shit's probably fucking.
It's like the Celtic knot.
So I wonder if it predates him, because that's what all this.
They
shit
call that
looks
like a
it does.
love knot.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I think they call that in like jewelry.
Yeah, so this guy just went and found like every example of them. But yeah, I don't know. The mysticism shit, I tried. It's like, for a guy that wants to believe in spells and stuff, nothing in the Bible says Solomon has any powers. The Quran says he's kind of got powers.
The Quran also says he doesn't. Solomon has a whole downfall, and the Quran leaves all that out and just says, no, he was good.
Which is weird for them, I feel like. I feel like they're pretty strict. So why do we let this guy off? That's why everything seems like almost backdated with him, where it's like
Well, I think
he's a character of convenience.
We're going to do an episode on this at some point, but Islam is fully just made from these black nobility families.
Well, yeah, because it's the East's, or like that area's, because obviously Christianity.
These are the people who control Islam at this point. Might not have came from that, but
it's the same school of thought, though. Of like, well, they're gonna do Christianity to get us, all under wraps. So then you have to have an alternative.
Yeah.
So when people realize like that's bad, they go like, oh yeah, Christianity, that is bad. When they come over here to Islam, it's the same fucking thing.
Exactly. The Ark in the temple is another symbol. The Ark, Sheba's line, living present. The temple, Solomon's line, fixed structure. Together they form a complete circuit. I thought was interesting, the way it described that.
Who makes a circuit?
The Ark, the symbol of the Ark in the temple. Sheba being the Ark and Solomon being the temple. Together they form a circuit of divine manifestation. But a circuit.
But they're not gods. I don't get it.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't. They're being.
What are they, like enlightened humans?
Well, Solomon talks to good. Solomon has divine wisdom. Solomon talks to God. Solomon has divine wisdom.
Lots of people talk to God. Fucking shepherds talk to God.
Who?
Just people in the Bible.
Yeah.
What about Job?
Yeah, but they're not granted fucking wishes from God.
Well, if he's so wise, why does he need wishes? Shouldn't he be able to figure shit out?
Well, he's wise because God gave it to him.
God
gave him his wisdom. I love where you draw your lines.
Shazam is all gods, right?
Shazam?
Yeah. S is for wisdom
like
of huh?
Like the movie?
Like the comic book that became a movie, not like Shaq, no.
Oh. Okay. DC. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I know what the fuck. I thought you were going to that. I thought you were going.
No, his name is an acronym for gods. And S is for wisdom of Solomon. And it never struck me until we started looking at this. I'm like, Solomon's not even a fucking god. His power is just a guy.
What's the wisdom he has?
It's annoying.
He has godly wisdom.
The H is Hercules. The A is Atlas. You go God, Titan, crush Solomon.
Yeah. Well, not in wisdom.
Just make it God then.
But you don't need to be smart.
If that's his thing, is he can talk to God.
But you don't need to be smart or you don't need to be strong to be smart. He's gonna get his ass kicked, but if you're using if you have all the best attributes, like I don't want Hercules brains. That dumb fuck. Like who knows?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Listen.
Like compared to a genius, like
yes, obviously, but I'm saying if you're picking people, and if Solomon's just a stand-in for God on earth, why? And everyone else is a god. That one should just be like Christian God, or it should just be like Jesus or something.
Like for I know what you mean. No, you want the smarts of Solomon.
I always forget what the second S stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Z's for Zeus. And
second S.
M is for Mercury. Or no. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas. Oh, second A. Is it
anal? Because that's what he does. is gay sex.
He's a 10-year-old
god.
boy.
That's crazy.
Why would you say that? That's
Listen, just saying.
that's a crime, Mark.
Shazam.
Little Billy Batson.
That's what he says when he busts.
That
Shazam.
that would be taking the predator hunting to the next level. That shit that they do now. If you had a guy with powers where you could be having regular gay sex, and by regular I do mean sinful,
Yes.
but you could be having regular gay sex and then say Shazam, and now you're a 10-year-old boy, and
got ya.
this man's a pedophile.
Got ya.
And that's how you fill the prisons up. And
That'd be a funny
we
power.
invest. We need to join the evil. We need to be like number 2 in Austin Powers. We need to think evilly, but not like a supervillain. We need to be like evil stuff makes money.
Economically evil.
If we just invest in bad things like that are going to get pushed, we will get the dividends.
What's he say? We can make billions in legal money. Hey, and he laughs at him. He laughs at him. He goes,
Number 2.
I mean,
Yeah, it's so funny.
do you want to get into
As you get older, how number 2 becomes more and more relatable.
Oh, yeah. He's the best. Why he sticks around even. Oh, no, that you know what it was? When he goes, while you were up in space, we've found out ways to make incredible sums of
We invested in Starbucks.
we found out how to make incredible sums of legitimate money.
Yeah, legitimate.
And he laughs at him. That's great. Number 2 is
That's the only downside of watching movies with my sister. Sometimes I get stuck in things where it's like, I'd like to go watch Austin Powers now, but
yeah.
we started the first one again, so it's like I gotta wait for her to do the second one.
Yeah. You want to get into the Ethiopian stuff?
Sure.
So Ethiopian tradition coming from the Kibra Nagas. Apparently this is where the meeting ends between Solomon and Sheba. It ends there in the Bible. Like they don't really talk about it at all. Or whatever book they're talking about. I believe it's the Bible. The Ethiopians have a book called the Kibra Nagas, which they have the whole Genesis story of how the earth was created. And then it gets to the Solomon story, and then they expand on the kid they have. So before she departs, Solomon hosts like this big banquet, and he tricks her into staying the night, rapes her, and they conceive Menelik.
You have 900 ladies.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What is he doing?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
This is the guy that gets to talk to God.
This dude returns home and later sends a grown he returns home, and then he grows up and he goes back to meet his father. Solomon recognizes him instantly and wishes him to stay and rule Israel with him. He chooses to go back to Ethiopia. Solomon secretly instructs the priest to send him home with a replica Ark of the Covenant, but according to divine will, a bird, you said? Is that the divine will you're talking about? The real Ark goes with him instead, and he takes the real Ark back to Ethiopia.
And then Graham Hancock learns about it.
And it's a beautiful story.
Talks about it on Joe Rogan and awakens a retard in Illinois. Just punching a bag in a garage going, wow.
This is amazing.
I didn't know that they all have cataract.
The Ark is installed in a shrine near Aksum, making Ethiopia the new Zion. The Holy Spirit lives.
Beta Israel.
The Holy Spirit leaves Israel, symbolizing a divine shift or a shift in divine favor. Every church has a concentrated tabat, which is a replica ark, basically. The original one is kept in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Aksum, the one that Graham Hancock went and visited. This is I learned about this today too. The legend provides it like a reason why Ethiopia has been independent from every form. Apparently, Africa has been consumed by just like like the Dutch and white
when
people.
the Europeans carved it
Ethiopia
up on the map
is the
and
long
then went in and just decided they owned it.
Ethiopia's just been independent. Ethiopia just fends off people in wars. They fended off the Italians in like 18 something, and they've just been fucking independent while everybody else has just been taken over. Incredibly. It also leads the idea that they say that Ethiopia is the new Israel, the chosen nation preserving the true faith. So, in my head, why are they fighting about that Israel? The Israel we're fighting about now, like, that's not the real Israel. They should all go to Ethiopia. They got to send the Jews to Ethiopia. That's the real Israel. That's God's chosen land.
But they sent Ethiopians to Israel. You see that?
No.
Yeah, they sent like a fuck ton when I guess Israel first became a thing and they were getting their numbers up. Which is weird because you'd think they'd be like, ew, black people.
But they're Jews.
Yeah, but they don't like even white people.
Yeah.
They only like other
white
Jews.
people. Yeah.
No, not other white people.
Well, they're Jews. That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a line. They go, well, we know a little bit about your blood.
I just can't imagine them being pumped on it.
Apparently that bloodline has ruled Ethiopia for 3,000 years until this emperor who was officially titled Lion of Judah. But yeah, so that was like the southern branch of the like Solomon line in Ethiopia. Did you have another Ethiopian thing?
I don't think so. It's just the bird thing.
Just the bird.
Like I said, I just cruised through and snagged what popped up for me as like, wow. Bird told him, huh?
And then we go into like Solomon's fall. The biblical account describes how he loved many foreign women, 700 wives of royal birth, 300 concubines from nations including Moab, Ammon, Edom. That's a good Edomite. Sidon, and among the Hittites. These marriages were often politically motivated to secure alliances in surrounding nations. He's just going around being like, yep, I'll marry you. I'll fuck you.
And he specifically told God that he wasn't going to like let them bring their gods with them. And he just does let them bring them gods with them.
It's the classic, you make a covenant, you break it. God's going to fuck you over.
Abraham
he explicitly
did everything God asked him to.
He explicitly warned Israel, he explicitly warned warn them against like intermarrying with foreign nations. You must not intermarry with them because they will surely turn your hearts to their gods. 1 Kings 11:3. According to Scripture and the Apocrypha, Solomon eventually turned to foreign gods like Moloch and Chemosh through his foreign wives. Solomon built high places for these foreign gods in the hills of Jerusalem, where his wives burned incense and offered sacrifices. So he's got the temple, the main temple, but then he's building these fucking huts for these bitches he's fucking, and they can go burn their incense and shit. So God's pissed, like always. His heart turned away from the Lord. He appeared to him twice and explicitly commanded him not to follow other gods. The Lord declared judgment since this has been your practice and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes that I've commanded you. I will surely tear the kingdom from you, and I will give it to your servant. However, for the sake of David, his father, God will not execute judgment during Solomon's lifetime, but would tear the kingdom from his son's hand. Again, this is some shit.
Doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense because this is like, because they're writing this.
I'm going to punish you.
Bro, they're writing
but I'll wait till you're not around to experience the punishment.
Because they're writing it. Because they're writing it after.
That's what I mean. It's
so
like a very retroactive sound.
They needed shit to line. It's the same thing with the Flavius Josiah stuff when they're talking about how Titus took down Jerusalem in the whatever, or in the second for the second temple. And they write all this shit afterwards, make it look like Jesus made these prophecies. And it's like, well, yeah, it's easy to make a prophecy if it already fucking happened. Or it's like...
It's like Columbus
You
showing
make
up,
a-
man, like, I'm going to cover the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Like was the prophecy before that it was going to be under Solomon's reign, and when it didn't happen, they were, oh, hold on, it's your son actually.
Yeah, that shit annoys the fuck out of me. I mean, you could kind of say God does do that in the Noah story a little bit, where he punishes the son rather than the guy who does it, you know? So there's some precedent, but I mean, that story is also very muddy, no pun intended.
Yeah. God also leaves the tribe of Judah, David's line, and the line of kings, and Benjamin's line, because he had part of Jerusalem, like his territory. This decision was made to honor the covenant that David made, that God made with David and Samuel. We didn't read Samuel. Solomon reigned for 40 years, and he died in 931. He was buried in the kingdom he was buried in the city of David.
Wasn't he king from like 15 or something?
He reigned for 40 years, and I think he died at 60. So 20.
It's pretty okay.
For that, I mean, that era, maybe. His son, Rehoboam, Rehoboam.
I was trying to work that one out earlier.
Rehoboam. He succeeded him as king.
More like Rehomo.
The division of the kingdom occurred immediately after Solomon's death, when his son traveled to Shechem, Shechem, for his coronation. The people of this town basically asked him to lighten up the heavy taxes that Solomon had imposed. The elders told him, like, hey, you should probably do that. Like, why don't you lighten it up? Because if you show, mercy to these people, they'll be your slaves forever. Like, it doesn't matter.
But he doesn't have this so-called wisdom.
No. So he goes and talks to his younger friends, who advise him to just be even harsher. And he responds, my father made your yoke heavy, but I will make your yoke even heavier. My father scorned you with whips, I will scorn you with scorpions. Disgusting. This arrogant response
but then you have to
triggered
have a guy go get scorpions.
Yeah.
That would be the bad job. Go collect scorpions for your own torture. How are you going to make a guy that didn't do anything wrong do a thing that's worse than the torture? Almost.
Well, if he makes them go get the scorpions.
That's what I'm saying. You should make them go get their own scorpions.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he does that.
I would hope.
I would hope too. That's like going to get your own stick to get your ass beat.
He's not wise.
No.
So he could
not
be.
Like his wise father who fucked up.
Who raped people, and God was like, Solomon.
Come on. What are we doing?
Stop.
Over and over. 700 times?
And the big thing of letting other gods in.
Yeah.
Seems like a big deal. They just say it like, oh yeah, he just ignored God. Like, doesn't translate to me.
No. This is where we get the split of Israel. The 10 northern tribes rejected him, and the only two tribes that stayed were Judah and Benjamin. They remained loyal. The united monarchy established by David, glorified under Solomon, was permanently split in the north kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. His son then gathers 180,000 warriors to reclaim the northern tribes, but God prevented the battle, declaring, "This is my doing. I did this. So don't fuck with me." Freemasonry ties to the Solomon story in the King Solomon's temple through Hiram, who is the master mason who helped Solomon build the temple. You learn this at level 3 master mason. This story appears in the 1720s.
They say he's real.
This is their story. Yeah,
I thought he was like an allegory.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it comes out to be. The basically the whole thing is that he arrives in Jerusalem to help Solomon build his temple, and he gets mugged by three fellow masons who want the secrets, who want the Masonic secrets, so that they can earn more money. It's because then they'll be master masons. He refuses. He's hit 3 times with a hammer, dies. They hide him. They hide his body in a shallow grave, marking his grave with an acacia bush. Interesting. the burning bush. Solomon knows he's missing, sends out a search party. When he's found, he's given a proper burial. The story is basically just an expansion of Hiram of Tyre. So Hiram Abiff is just Hiram of Tyre. It's the same fucking dude.
Mm-hmm.
They just expand on that story. And that's all that's like, because all that's said about Hiram of Tyre is that he was a master bronze builder and helped him build the temple. That's all that's said in like the Bible, like historically. And then the Masons kind of just add on to this, and it seems like we said, it's just like an allegory that teaches like the Masonic like moral code of like loyalty and knowledge and all that bullshit. It could also mean that the Masons are continuing this temple system. That it's like when the elites claim lineage back to gods, when it's like no, we're not actually from Venus. We just control the wealth of the temple of Venus, which goes back to the temple of whoever the fuck in Babylon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that could be what the Masons are saying when they tie themselves to Hiram of Tyre, because Hiram of Tyre kept all that knowledge of that old system, and that's what he brought to King Solomon, and that's where that Judaism religion or Israelite religion changes. And then so that's what it seems like the Masons are saying, like, oh, yeah, we continue this system. This is what our system of like teaching is, the Solomon fucking Sheba system. But
Randall was talking about how and you know, he's not like super into the fact that Masons are doing anything bad or weird, but he even was like, well, yeah, the Templars probably like fed a lot of info, and like how we were kind of saying, like maybe the Templars just kind of assimilated into the Masons and then kind of, you know, repurposed it.
Yeah, because it's the continuation. It's not the name. It's just the continuation of that same teaching. So if they're just teaching the same thing, and as when they get found out, you change the name. But then the dude at work that's the Mason said that they were infiltrated by the Illuminati, which we already knew. We read about that, which we'll read in the Synagogue of Satan. We'll do in the Synagogue of Satan episode.